Alright, hi, I'm Dickerson, and today I'm going to be talking about why I believe that Riot Games is the best company to work for. And they are actually a gaming company, and it's always been a dream of mine to work with games or some type of technology based company. Alright, I'm going to start by reading Riot's mission statement. And Riot Games as a company professes to be a company about its customers. Its mission statement is meant to reflect a company that has a very relaxed workplace and has the ability to humble itself when faced with advice that is constructive. So basically, they follow their mission statement to a fault, in my opinion, and they slam it out of the park on this because they revolve their company around two things: their employees and their fans, and that's the most important to them. And this is something that a lot of other companies don't actually take into consideration, in my opinion. A lot of gaming companies, especially on the fans, because they're not really listening to their fans and they're kind of doing their own thing. And this is why Riot has actually lasted like as long as it has, a multi-billion-dollar company for the past 10 years. And now I'm going to be talking about League of Legends. And League of Legends is actually the only game that Riot has actually ever created. And it is still one of the most top played games in the last 10 years. And you'll see they always have high and consistent numbers, and every single time a new game comes out that'll be popular, and people will say it's higher than League of Legends, and that it's actually beat League of Legends, which might be true in the short term period of time, but in the long run you'll actually see that League of Legends will actually always stay a top game, and the other game will always fall down in views and in players that are playing it and things like that. Alright, now I'm actually going to tell you why this game has not failed. And it's actually, what they do, Riot, with League of Legends, is they actually update it every month or so, and they're always making different changes and new strides, and have new ideas. And they're always coming out with, like, in the League of Legends game, there'll be these people called champions, and there's about, I don't know, like 130 of them. They're always coming out with, like, new looks, new skins for those characters, new map changes, new abilities. It's just they're always constantly working on their game, and that's just something that a lot of people like, and they're not just moving on to different games and just leaving this one behind. They're always focused on this one, and they're always also listening to the fans and their thoughts about the game. And now we're going to get to one of my favorite parts. This is actually something that I did not know going into this, and that I found 10 times more interesting, and now it makes me even want to work for them even more. So, Riot, working for a big gaming company, you're always going to get usually big salaries, especially in a place like Los Angeles. But what I found with most companies is that only some of them offer these health, dental, vision care, life insurance, parental leave, short and long-term disability, open paid time off, and retirement. That's just something that only some companies offer, let alone even all of those benefits. And Riot actually offers every single one of those because they are always, like I said at the beginning, their philosophy is surrounded by fans and the employees, and they expect that if they treat their employees right and they keep them happy and healthy, that they're going to be getting that back with their work and what they put into their games. And actually, another two benefits that I want to talk about that I think that are very cool is the play fund and the donation matching. So the play fund, to start off with, which I think is a great idea, is that they give their employees a fund. It's a benefit for gaming and to buy games and things in games and stuff like that. And they believe that the more their employees game and buy different games and look into them, that they will come up with new ideas and new strides on how to develop their own game and bring new ideas to League of Legends, which I think is super cool. And then another thing that I think is cool is the donation matching. And the donation matching is basically whatever any employee in Riot puts into a charity, the Riot will actually match its donation and just donate to that charity as well, which I think is super cool. And I feel like not a lot of companies would do that, and it just shows that they don't really care all about the money, and they're caring about their employees, and I think that's really cool. Now I'm going to talk about a employee's workday, and this is something really cool. I think Riot always is making sure that um, they want their workers to always be working. Of course, they want them to put in hard work, because that's the thing. They always are doing good things for them and keeping them happy and giving them benefits and things. But something also that's cool is they believe that their workers should actually be gaming a lot, like hours on hours. And this is something that I think was cool, because it doesn't only give them like a perspective from their point of view from creating the game and their ideas and things, but it actually gives them a perspective of the gamer's view, and it just helps them understand what the fan base is talking about and their frustrations and what they would like to see in this game. And they could understand more about how to update and change the game the way the fans want even more. Now I'm going to be talking about Riot jobs and salaries. And there is just a ton of jobs at Riot. Like, it's almost, I couldn't even name them all. There's literally like around 5,000 jobs, I believe. And they have many jobs. Like, the littlest ones are probably interns, and some interns at companies this big don't even usually get paid. And interns are getting paid around $6,000 to $9,000 a year. Which I think is really cool, and plus you get so much knowledge and so much benefits from just working as an internship at Riot, and you also get paid, which I think is cool. And then you get into the bigger jobs, which is like gaming developers, software engineers, sound engineers, things like that, and those get paid the big bucks, around $200,000 to $250,000 plus all those benefits, of course. Alright, now I actually want to get more into the game League of Legends itself and show you exactly what I am dealing with every day. And what you'll see here is League of Legends and Riot is always putting in so much work into their video game, and they come out with something that they're most praised for is they come out with these little clips, these little videos of whenever they're introducing a new champion or a new skin or something like that. And they'll put in a lot of hard work into these little teaser videos. And this is something they get praised for a lot, and it's a great financial move on their part, because I know for me that it makes me want to play the game just a whole lot more, and it just makes me get excited. And I think I can speak for a lot of fans when I say that it gets them excited too and makes them want to play. So I want to show you, I'm not going to play the whole video, but I want to just show you a little bit of what I see. Alright, I think that was good enough to show you, like, those graphics and that detail and the sound, everything just makes it just so good. And the fact that they put this much work, and it doesn't really do them anything. I mean, it does financially, but they don't really have to come out with this stuff. And I think they do it mostly for the fans, and it gets the fans excited and makes them love to play. Whoops. Alright, now we're going to get into esports, and this is something that is an absolute massive, or so massive on the League of Legends scale. It's another tactic that Riot has actually implemented into bringing in new fans and to keep fans actually playing the game, and I think it's just absolutely genius on the financial side. And what you'll see is they actually, League of Legends, they actually made it into a sport. And what they'll do is they'll take different teams from different countries, and they'll actually compete to win a title, like a national title, and then those teams who won from their countries, they'll come together internationally and they'll play for an international title, which I think is really cool. And fans can actually follow their favorite players and their favorite teams, and they can try to become better, and they look up to those people and they watch them online and streams on Twitch and things, and it's just a lot of promotion for the game. And it's something really cool that they implemented that has actually kept the game alive a lot longer than it probably should have been. And another cool thing is that there's actually big money in this. And you'll see a lot of big companies like Samsung and other organizations like the Houston Rockets, actually. They will sponsor their own teams that will come together and try to win a title themselves. And that is bringing a lot of big money into it and a lot of big names. And I think that is super cool that the more of the world is coming in to see what League of Legends and Riot has done. Alright, now I want to talk about a little bit about Riot is actually expanding. They are becoming bigger and bigger every day. Especially with this new, they just released a 10-year anniversary update, like a super huge update. Not only fixing League of Legends and the actual game itself and adding new things into it, but they're actually coming out with new games, and they've only created one game ever, and this is why this is so big, is because they're actually creating different types of games, like third-person shooter games. They're creating fighter games, card games, and they're actually even coming out with a series based on some of the characters from League of Legends, and it's going to be, I have no idea what to expect, but I believe it's going to be absolutely massive, and it's going to expand Riot's outlook in the world a whole lot more. It's just going to be absolutely massive. And another tech they're doing is they actually just released one of their first new games that came out. It's called Valorant, and they're actually using Twitch streamers to promote their game, which is an ingenious idea, because that's where you get most of the viewers watching the game is in their free time, is from watching streamers, because they're entertaining and they like to see how to get better and things like that. Alright, now I actually want to talk a little bit on why I picked Riot Games myself. I've actually been playing playing League of Legends for about 5 years now, and it's actually been really close to my heart, and I've had so many good memories of me and my friends playing, and just even in the downtimes, like even in this pandemic, I've had a lot of free time, man. I've been gaming a lot, like most of you probably have been, but it's just been keeping me good of mood, and I've been enjoying life a lot more just playing video games and while I'm not doing homework. But yeah, that's why I picked Riot, and I hope that you see that Riot is actually a really cool company like I see, and that maybe one day you consider wanting to work for them too. So here are my sources, and thank you for watching my video, and have a good day.